What were your thoughts on the debate last night?
Oh my gosh, it was horrible. I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Did you think the format was appropriate?
No, I didn't. Um, I don't think it gave the candidates ample time to answer the questions that were being asked them. Um, the questions themselves were all jacked up, and it was it was like celebrity death match. I mean, they would ask two candidates the same question, and there was 10 people on the stage, and a lot of the candidates didn't get to answer the questions that the other ones answered, so you didn't know really where they stood on certain issues and certain policies.
What were your feelings about the moderators?
I think the questions could have been worded better. Um, there was the moderator seemed to be in attack mode for the first part of the debate. It kind of set the tone for the rest of the debate when the first question that came out was, will you pledge not to run as a third-party candidate? And Donald Trump stuck his hand up, and all hell broke loose.
And did you have any thoughts specifically on Megyn Kelly?
I think she went after Donald Trump, especially on the Rosie O'Donnell thing. I mean, that is old. It is known that they've had a Twitter war, but let me put it this way: how many people in their lives haven't gotten into it with someone and called them names by social media, Facebook? It happens all the freaking time.
And your feelings on each of the candidates?
Well, I thought Jeb Bush was flat. I just don't see us having another Bush in office. Mike Huckabee, he talks a good game, but this is the thing. He's flip-flopped on Common Core several times, and Michelle Malkin's caught him out a couple times on Common Core, so I don't really see that he's being honest with the American people. Kasich, I really don't know a whole lot about him. He puts up a good game. They all put up a good game, but he just kind of popped up out of the blue and ended up in this top 10 debate, and no one had heard of him other than people in Ohio. Chris Christie, he comes off to me as a bully and conceited. I know that he's done a lot of good things, but that's just how he comes off to me. He doesn't come off to me as personable. He's got his campaign, tell it like it is. Well, I'm going to tell it like it is too. And he comes off to me like he's a bully. He doesn't come off as a type of person you can just walk up and talk to and not wonder whether or not he's going to turn around and bite your head off. Ben Carson, very personable, very quiet. He gave a really good closing statement. I wish that he would have gotten more time to, express his opinions and, say what he wanted to do. Marco Rubio, he's a pretty boy. He talked a good game about what he would do with this, but he was caught out on immigration with the Gang of Eight whenever he said, he wouldn't do this and he wouldn't do that. And then he was caught out because he was with the Gang of Eight and they were going for amnesty. Scott Walker, he's done a really good job in Wisconsin standing up to the unions. I think that he has a really good shot. He needs to add some more oomph to his presentation when he's on the stage. I think that would infuse his base and really set things in motion for him. Ted Cruz did a really good job of lining out what he wanted to do as soon as he got in office. Obamacare, he said he would get rid of it. The same way with the Iran deal, it would be gone. And he did a really good job, I thought, of putting out there exactly what he wanted to do. Rand Paul, I stand on a lot of issues with Rand Paul. I don't think his behavior last night really did him any favors, to be quite honest. I've never seen him act the way that he did. I don't think anyone had. He could have done a better job with it. It should have been, attack central. and Donald Trump got fed to the wolves. That's pretty much how I felt about that.
And did you have any final thoughts to add?
They want to compare these to the Lincoln Douglas debates, and this does not measure up to the Lincoln Douglas debates, because in the Lincoln Douglas debates, the candidates, there were two candidates, and they were asked questions, and they each got an hour to reply to these questions, and then they got a 30-minute rebuttal. And there was none of that last night. A minute to 30 seconds is not enough time for anyone to really get a feel for a candidate or how they feel on certain policies and certain issues. And I think that's what that debate really lacked.
Well, thank you for your time and your input.
I appreciate you for having me.